Hello, I'd like to address a common mistake that pupils have been making when adding fractions. So when asked to add the fractions a half and a third, the most common answer students have given is 2/5. And I can understand why they've done that, because they've gone, okay, I know how to add integers, so I'll just apply that to the numerators and I'll apply it to the denominators. So presumably they've gone, okay, I've got a half and a third, so that's the same as 1 plus 1 all over 2 plus 3, and that's given them 2/5. But that can't possibly be correct, because 2/5 is smaller than a half and it's smaller than a third, so it can't be equal to the sum of a half plus a third. And the way that I'd explain that to students is I'd probably show it to them visually. So I'd draw 2 pies maybe and say 1 pie is split into 2 pieces and I've eaten one of them, and another pie is split into 3 pieces and I've eaten one of those. And what I want to know is altogether how much pie is gone, how much pie have I eaten. And their answer of 2/5 gives me a pie that looks like this. So a pie that's split into 5 pieces. That was very uneven, 5 pieces. And they've eaten 2 of them. And hopefully we can see here that this area here, that's 2/5, is smaller than what this area plus this area put together would look like. So this area plus this area would look like this. So it would be a half has been eaten and then an extra third has been eaten. So that's the amount of pie that should have been eaten after we've added these 2 pieces. So this can't be correct. Then I'll go on to explain that it's a lot easier to add fractions when the denominators are the same, because then the pieces of pie that we're adding onto each other are all the same size, and we can just add the numerators to each other. So I'll use this example that I gave before to demonstrate. So a half plus a third. So the first thing we want to do is make the denominators the same. And to do that we'd need to find the lowest common multiple of, or just a common multiple of 2 and 3. And the easiest way to do that is to times them together. So we'd do 2 times 3, and that equals 6. And then we'd do 3 times 2, and that also equals 6. So now we've got a problem that says a half plus a third is equal to something over 6 plus something else over 6. And we just need to work out what's on top of these fractions. Now, because we don't want to change the fractions, we want to keep the proportions exactly the same. That means we have to do exactly the same to the top of the fraction as what we've done to the bottom of the fraction. So with this numerator, we would have to times it by 3, because we've times the bottom by 3. So 1 times 3 is 3, and then this numerator we'd have to times by 2, because we've times this 3 by 2 to get 6. So 1 times 2 is 2. Now we've got 3/6 plus 2/6, which should be relatively simple, because we can just split 1 pie into 6 pieces. So each piece is the same amount, and we're eating 3 of them first, 1, 2, 3, and then we're eating an extra 2 of them, 1, 2. And now we can see that altogether we've got 5/6. Yeah, and so if the denominator is the same, then it's pretty simple, because we can just add the numerators together and then put them over this denominator. So 5/6 is the correct answer. Thank you.